Hello children. I hope all of you must have enjoyed your puja holidays thoroughly. So now you all must be refreshed and relaxed. It's time again to get back to our studies. So in your literature class today, we shall be doing the exercises from the lesson The Great Mouse Plot. So this will be the last session for this chapter. Okay. So before we proceed to do the exercises, all of you get ready with your English literature textbooks. So now all of you need to be ready with your books. Open them on page number 107 and you should have a pencil and your eraser with you because we will be doing the exercises in your textbook itself. Okay. Now on page number 107, you can see making connections is given. There are some quick answers. You have to choose the right answers and put a tick mark against them. They have given you 3 options for every question. The setting is where a story happens. Which of these sentences does not fit the setting of the story? Okay. Something which does not belong to the story. See, the first option is the classroom had cemented floors. We know this is wrong, because it had a wooden floorboard. The children used to keep their special treasures over there, no? So the first one is wrong. Second, the sweet shop was at walking distance from the school. That's correct. And number 3, the school had a door that led to a playground. That is also correct. Okay. Number B, the action of a story is carried out by the characters. Which of the sentences is not true of the characters in the story? Mrs. Pratchett was unfriendly and rude. It is correct. Thwaites distracted Mrs. Pratchett. This is also correct. But the last one says 6 friends were part of the Great Mouse Plot. No, there were only 5 friends. So you can correct that with the pencil. You can write there 5 because you need to know the correct answer, no? And the third one is wrong. The other 2 will be correct. Number C, the plot is the sequence of events in a story. Which of these events belongs to the plot? All the friends thought it was a good idea to put the mouse into the jar of sweets. Yes, this is correct because all of them agreed, to his idea, to the plan of the speaker. Second one, the mouse was put into a jar of bootlaces. No. Third one, at the school, Mrs. Pratchett could only recognize 2 of the culprits. This is also wrong. She had recognized all of them, no? The last one, number D, according to you, which of these sentences best describes the Great Mouse Plot? Is it a story that could never be true? Or a story that is exaggerated but could be true? Now you must be wondering, what is exaggerated? Okay, the meaning of the word exaggerated is when you say something extra, a small thing has happened but you exaggerate, make it very big. So the second option is correct. The story can be exaggerated but it can be true. Some mischievous children can do this. Now we will open your book on page number 109. You can see they have given you a number of sweet treats and their descriptions. So today we are going to learn the names of all the wonderful sweet treats, and I'm sure all the mouths are going to water. The first one is toffee. So what is a toffee? It's a hard, chewy, often brown colored sweet. That is number 1. Toffee is a hard, chewy, often brown sweet. Number 2, jam. So jam is a sweet, soft food made by cooking fruit with sugar. Fruit and sugar mixed. So you must be applying jam on your bread, no? Spreading jam and having at home. Number 3 is brittle. Now brittle is, they are flat broken pieces of hard sugar candy embedded with nuts such as almonds or peanuts. Flat broken pieces. Okay, brittle is something which breaks very easily. We call it brittle, and here brittle is the name of your sweet treat also. Number 4, lollipop. Now a lollipop is a large, flat, rounded, boiled sweet on the end of a stick. Most of you must have tasted a lollipop. Okay, it's on a stick, at the end of a stick. A large, flat, rounded, boiled sweet on the end of a stick. The last one is chocolate. So we all know it's a confectionery made from roasted and ground cacao seeds, all your cocoa seeds. That's a confectionery made from cacao seeds. That is your chocolate. After this, we are going to learn some grammar tricks. Okay. Just below this, you can find it in your book. Adverbs of degree, grammar time. Now, adverb. I'm sure all of you must have learnt about adverbs. Adverbs. These are words which add meaning to a verb. Okay, verbs are action words. We all know that. Verbs are action words. Running, eating. Suppose he is running very fast. He is running fast. Okay. Running fast. Running is verb. Fast is adverb. But when I say he is running very fast, this shows how fast he is running. It is showing the degree. So very is the degree. As you can see on your screen, very old. Maybe the banyan tree is very old. The banyan tree is very old. But then old here will become an adjective. Look into your book. They have given you many sentences. The boys were very excited to carry out the plan. The boys were very impressed by the idea of the mousetrap. The boy was extremely nervous as he put the mouse into the jar of gobstoppers. The boy thought it was the most difficult things. How difficult? Most difficult. Very difficult. It is showing the degree. Okay. Too hot. Fine. So, when you do the exercises on the adverbs of degree, it will become much more clear to you. We all know an adverb is a word that qualifies or modifies a verb, adjective or another adverb. It sometimes also modifies the adjective and the other adverb. You have some exercises on page number 110. So all of you will turn your page. Get ready with page number 110. Choose adverbs from the box given above to fill in the blanks. We can begin a game of chess in 5 minutes. I have dash finished my homework. That means I have almost finished my homework. You are going to play chess, no? Want to play chess, but the speaker says I have almost finished. So first one will be almost. Number B, it has been dash hot this summer, but today is an dash hot day. So it has been too hot. Okay, T-double-O, too hot this summer. That means very hot. But today is an. When you have an, the article an, so you can understand the word here will be a vowel. It will start with a vowel. Extremely. E-X-T-R-E-M-E-L-Y. Number C, I like chocolates very much. I like chocolates very much. We come to number D. Sunil will not play football this evening. He is dash tired to run around. So he is rather tired to run around. He is rather tired. Number E, it is summer and there are dash any flowers in the garden. Summer season, no, very hot and dry. So there are hardly any flowers. We cannot find any flowers in the garden. Hardly means there are very scarcely, very few are there. Hardly any flowers in the garden. I am sorry. I completely forgot to do my homework. Sometimes it happens, no, you are playing a lot and you completely forget to finish your work. So I am sorry. The answer will be I completely forgot to do my homework. Number G, they are a good team and although they lost the match, they played quite well. Means they tried, no? You all must be watching matches now. IPL is on. So even though the team was very good, they lost. But they played quite well. We go to number 2. Yes, you have to choose adverbs from the box to expand the sentences given below. So the music is loud. We can write the music is rather loud. Newton has finished his experiment. So you can write Newton has. Now you listen to me and write down in your textbooks. Newton has almost finished his experiment. We are adding the adverb in front of the verb. Okay. Newton has almost finished his experiment. Number C, that is on page number 111. These bananas are ripe. So you can write these bananas are nearly ripe. Nearly ripe. My grandmother is too busy these days. We can use too. My grandmother is too busy these days. Number E. You are very kind. Please write down. You are very kind. You will write the complete sentence. You must be looking at the slide, only words are written, but you will write the complete sentence, okay? Same thing you need to do in your exams also. You are very kind. Number F. Jilla is completely exhausted. Jilla is completely exhausted. So I hope all of you must have written. Number B. Newton has almost finished his experiment. Number C. These bananas are nearly ripe. Number D. My grandmother is too busy these days. Number E. You are very kind. And number 5. Jilla is completely exhausted. Now what you will do is you will try to make sentences. You just see below, number 3 is given, make sentences of your own with the adverbs used in the sentences above. So all the adverbs that you have used, you will make sentences with them in your rough notebook, not in your literature copies. In your rough notebook, you will make sentences of your own with the adverbs we have used in the sentences above. We will go next to the spelling column that is given in your book on page number 111. Cross out the misspelled words. The first one is, look at the column assembly. So the first spelling is correct, Assembly. So that is correct. You will underline that, and the other two you will put a cross. Assembly and assembly, that's wrong. The second and third are wrong. The next one, escape. So the first one is correct. E-S-C-A-P-E. You should know the correct spelling. And this spelling, many of you make mistakes. E-S-C-A-P-E is correct. The other two are wrong. Number 3, believe. And I believe most of them make it wrong. It's always B-E-L-I-V-E. I see children writing. They write the last one. The second one is correct. B-E-L-I-E-V-E. B-E-L-I-E-V-E. Okay. Fourth one, grinning. The first one is correct. G-R-I-N-N-I-N-G. The other two are wrong. The other two are wrong. You will put a cross. You can see it's given clearly on the slide also. The fourth column, grateful. G-R-A-T-E-F-U-L is the correct spelling. The other two are wrong. G-R-A-T-E-F-U-L is correct. The last one, M-A-R-V-E-L-L-O-U-S, marvelous. Marvelous, we don't say marvelous, it's marvelous. M-A-R-V-E-L-L-O-U-S is correct. The other two are wrong. Okay. So what you will do now is not just put a tick and a cross. You will learn the correct spellings also. Okay. In this way you will not make mistakes again. So this is the end of your lesson. In the next session we will start with a new lesson. Before we start with the new chapter, see that you have completed all your work of this lesson, your exercises which are to be done in your textbook, the assignments which have to be done in your literature copies. Okay. So till we meet again, take good care of yourselves and please be safe. Thank you.